you're streaming for me to
I'm,
make
I'm,
my.
I am streaming as of 3 seconds ago.
Oh, well, I must have refreshed six
Nice.
seconds ago.
So what were you going to say?
There it is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to the end of the dock of the boathouse, and I'm
Oh,
going to
okay,
use
okay.
my.
Well, let's do a recap. Who wants to do a recap? Let me start the spooky music.
Fine.
Who wants the free XP from doing a recap? I'm telling you, it's a free experience point every week. If you keep doing it over and over, it adds up.
I can do it if nobody else is up to it.
Nobody else? Anyone else?
I never pay enough attention. I gotta go for it.
I got pages and, well, 3/4 of a page of crappy notes.
I've got page after page of a page of notes.
Well, it starts on one page and goes to the next page. How's that?
Okay. All right. Well,
And it's double spaced. No. So
well, hit me.
we went to the cul-de-sac where we decided the dead bodies were ending up, and we followed a path between two of the houses, and we found first the Merovingian cast an invisible spell on the Greasemobile so that it won't get noticed, and it definitely won't get crashed into.
Oh, definitely not. No.
Definitely not.
Because there's
Not
a
a chance.
there's a 360-degree wormhole, so anyone who tries to collide with it will just end up on the other side. It's fine.
Oh, sure. That's pretty awesome. We went through and found a boathouse, and Yoder tried to send Stu into it, but he took the long way around, so he wasn't there. Then he checked for life in the boathouse. Merovingian checked for death, and find some. Let's see. I pull the door open, and Honey Badger creeps in with his glaive. And let's see, what else? My notes aren't that great.
Well, the level of detail here is striking. So
Yes, it's
Merovingian pulls out his bright flashlight, and we look around. There's a chair with controls and 6 corpses in the water. I checked out the chair and rolled really badly and had no idea what it was. I'm not even sure I knew it was a chair. And the corpses started coming up out of the water.
yes.
And then the 2 mages whose names are Applewhite and I forget.
Bloody neck.
Angerist.
Bloody neck. Mickey.
They're like, hey, what are you guys doing? And we're like, just fighting these zombies here. So one of them attacks the Merovingian, does, what do you call it? The mind magic. Psychic assault.
Yeah. Yes.
And I psychic assault him right back. And let's see. Yoda points his crossbow at him, and he gets attacked for doing that. Angerist cast a spell that we didn't find out what the result was.
Let me correct a couple things here. First of all,
Yeah.
Angrist was not casting psychic assault, but he was hitting you with spells.
Oh,
He hit. He
I
hit.
just assumed.
Yeah, no, he hit Dewey a couple times, but it wasn't. It didn't appear to be psychic assault.
Okay.
You just punched me in the face with magic.
Yeah.
Mage hand.
And Angrist is the one who was standing, and Angrist is the one who hit you from afar while Applewhite was doing the rowing.
Yes.
So yeah, Dewey shot Angrist through the neck with his crossbow, and then he vanished.
Okay.
Perhaps never to be seen.
And then Ender casts Summon Fish, and and that
Summon
was working in
Fish.
the background. And then that was going to be super awesome, but then Yoder shot Angerist in the neck, and he teleported somewhere, never to be seen again. And then we tell Applewhite to stop because we don't want to fight him. And then we fight the zombies for a while. And then finally the fish land in the boat to really no effect. It made Applewhite a little unsettled, I think. And then we start really laying into the corpses, and we take out pretty much all of them. And we see something creepy in the water, and it turns out these tentacles are lifting up the bodies.
Yeah,
And
something like a tentacle or a dark column of something.
Yeah. And then we, Merovingian shines his super bright flashlight on them, and weird shadow dudes start popping out, and they're pretty scary. So we push them away, and we run away. And,
All right.
and we cry a little bit, and everything's fine.
All right, well done. That's going to be a bonus XP for Timmy. Everyone should get on roll 20, by the way.
Oh, shit.
We're missing Timmy and Albacore.
Damn it! I'm opening all the other tabs.
All right, so yeah. You sliced up all the cadavers before they could really do anything at all, and you fended off Angrist and Applewhite by potentially lethally shooting Angrist through the neck, and you convinced Applewhite not to attack. He cast a spell, you're not sure what it was, and he looked poised to spring toward you with his shitty store-bought katana. But he stood down after some words of wisdom from a couple of you. I think was it the Merovingian who talked him out of jumping?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Sounds about right.
So yeah, so Drew, you were going to say what your plan was for. I mean, we'll just jump right in. You guys were running down the dock away from. It's hard to describe exactly. Yeah, you haven't gotten a good look at them yet. But they're scary.
Well, I thought about using my weapon to pole vault, sharp side down across this thing, just to see what happens. I kind of have a death wish at the moment, so.
Pole vault across what? Oh, across the thing in the water?
Yeah, stab it and then vault across the boathouse.
Oh well, some bad news for you there. Then there's only a dock on one side of the boathouse, so you'd be pole vaulting into a wall, and then you'd land in the water.
Well, if I had better athleticism, I would spring off the wall and go back to the dock.
Ooh, you could try it.
I don't like my chances.
I do.
Me neither, and I do it.
I don't like your chances either, but I think you should do it.
Chance roll.
Here's the problem.
You got great dexterity, and you're not untrained in athletics. You got 2 dots.
Yeah, but see, I also have. Oh, you know what? I don't think I updated my experience from last time to see if I can afford that last dot.
I think I left you one short, unfortunately, but.
Well, that's not your fault.
I mean, it's your fault for not giving more recaps.
Well, sorry. I tried to give everybody else a chance.
Holy shit! I didn't even do the XP for last session.
That would have been the 3rd. Okay, hold on. Let me knock that out quick.
Look it up. How much XP did you get last time?
As of on the 5th, I got 5.
Yeah, it was 5 plus 4 arcane experience.
Right.
And Timmy got an extra 1 for his recap. Okay, so what do you want to do? You're outside the boathouse right now, from what I understand.
Well, I was thinking about that. The main reason I'm deferring, I think, to decide not to is I have 1 bashing wound, 5 lethal wounds.
Yeah.
And I should probably get the hell out of here.
Fucked up.
Yeah, I got fucked up.
You're in bad shape.
So maybe no. Maybe I'll just crawl off the dock with the blood dripping out of my
in fact, here's how I recall the encounter ending last time. The 3 dark creatures jumped on you and slashed blindly and wildly and ferally and dealt 5 lethal wounds. On your turn, you did like a massive, spasmodic, panicked push-up and shoved them all away from you. And you managed to scamper backwards toward the door. And I think it was Yoder who grabbed you by the collar and pulled you out. And you did manage to hold your glaive upright so it passed through the door without being left behind. So
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
but you're outside the boathouse right now, and maybe you stood up and you're running. I can't really remember, but that's how things are right now. Right now.
Yeah, we're all out of the boathouse. The door's closed behind. Ender closed the door behind himself as he came out.
So skills are 3 dots, right? So I only need 3 plus 6 plus
Yeah, there's
9. Wait. So this is 15. So I need 18. So never mind. Can't do it.
It's strength that you need more dots of to wield the glaive more effectively.
Oh, so I need a 4th dot in that. So that's
Yeah.
an attribute. That's a different animal.
Yeah, I'm letting you squeeze by with 3 strength, but technically you're supposed to have 4.
Oh, they're 5. Shit. So I need 20 for that.
Yeah, you need a lot. But
Well-
having 4 strength would be pretty amazing,
Well, it was
especially
gonna
for
be
someone
3
without any magic to use.
Oh wait, 4 strength. Yeah, 4 strength. Yeah. Fuck. Okay.
All right. Well, so so you're stumbling down the dock.
Let's get back to the Hallow so you guys can waste all your magic healing me.
Yeah. So you hear
since
you hear some panicked shrieking coming from the boathouse. At least that's how your brain interprets it. It sounds like some sort of beast is displeased with this situation. It's not human
flamethrowers?
screaming. It's
Hey, did anybody try and call anybody back at that place with the crazy stairs?
No,
Say,
no, nobody's
Hey,
called
this
yet.
shit's going down, and we're a little outside our.
Hey, who wants to burn down the boathouse?
okay. So there's a couple
can get a
options on the
fork
table here.
Ooh, I've got grenades.
It'll be more exciting when Jew vaults over it.
If it's on fire, yeah. Oh my god.
I've got grenades and a rocket launcher.
Yeah, but did you bring it with you?
I've got the grenades on me. I'm sure. I don't think I wouldn't. I don't have the rocket launcher on me.
Well, that's sensible. Fine, lob a grenade into the damn thing. I mean, it seems like it's magic and it'll probably laugh, but why not?
Okay.
The music has got some weird person speaking like Latin or something.
Yeah,
Cute. All
that's
right.
definitely Japanese.
Oh yeah. See, I can't quite hear it. I figured it was Latin since it's spooky, but Japanese is spooky too. Okay, so the shrieking has escalated to a general pounding on walls. It looks like every blow is causing this little ramshackle building to shudder. And it looks like they're testing all the walls to see if they can find a way out.
It's raptors.
They remember.
So, Drew has voted for calling the Free Council at Paradigm Solutions and asking.
Yeah, somebody
for some
do
help.
that. Give Honey Badger a phone. Or Ender, you can call him.
The Merovingian, I think, voted for lobbing a grenade.
No.
What would be your?
Well, I said
preferred
I
course
can
of
throw.
action
I
be?
said I can throw a grenade. I mean, unless you want to wait to phone whoever.
Oh, and sorry, it was Ender who suggested lighting the boathouse on fire.
Yeah.
I forgot which of the intellectuals it was.
Fire hot.
So
What's
so
the
if
weather
you're
like?
it's nighttime. It's late evening at this point, and since it's November, it's pretty dark and getting cold.
Just a thought. We throw that grenade. We better be running because we're in an affluent neighborhood, and an explosion is going to draw some cops fast. Because
Yeah, it's not an unoccupied wasteland. You're in fact you suspect.
If we want the thing to burn, I can make it burn. We don't need a grenade.
Maybe we should call first. And
But let's call.
yeah,
I was going to say this isn't a place where brown people live, so the cops will come pretty fast.
because the light made dudes come out. So fire is a lot of light.
It's true. It's like
They
Yeah.
might end up with
Can
a
I
lot
not
of
be
dudes.
anywhere near here when that happens?
You can
We
try.
should consult with the Free Council to see what they think we might want to do.
All right, so you've got a couple of people Yeah. Okay, you've got the number for Paradigm Solutions, and you're sure you can get a hold of somebody there if you want to give them a call.
Yeah. I'll do
Okay.
that.
All right. So Timmy, beep boop boop beep beep, and you get what sounds like Sodom. Hello.
Hi, Sodom. Do you know anything about like weird shadow beasts that want to kill us?
Oh, can you be more specific?
No.
Where are you?
We're trying to track down those corpses that you asked us to check into, and well, we got those killed, but there was now is not a good time. Sorry, that's just my kids. Sorry, Simon. Anyway.
We've all been there.
Yeah. And some shadows seem to be controlling the corpses, and we shone a light at them just to see what they were, and dudes started popping out, and it was no good, so we shut the door, and now we're sort of cowering outside.
Tell them to send a cleanup crew to.
Yeah.
They Men in Black it, right?
Well, that's
Yeah,
really
so
more.
here-
That's really more the Guardians of the Veil that do that.
Oh, so
What's their
just
number?
run away then?
Well, hold please. While you're on hold, yeah. The girl from Ipanema begins to play, and the boathouse is really rattling around pretty violently now, and you're not sure how much longer this ramshackle thing is going to last.
What's Applewhite up to? Is he still around? Did he run away? Did we grab him?
Well, why don't you all give me a what's the roll again? Wits plus composure roll for the last 2 minutes of activity that you weren't really paying attention to.
Let's see if anyone noticed him leaving.
Oh, all right. Okay, so everyone rolled at least one success. Yes, so shortly after reaching the shore, Applewhite was actually at the front of the group, and he, your attention was back toward the boathouse, but Applewhite has had enough of this bullshit, and he takes off running. But since you all notice, you have an opportunity to try and stop him if you want to.
Crossbow time.
It looks like he's trying to escape.
Trip him with your glaive.
Is he close enough that I can do that?
Well, you were at the back of the group and
Damn it.
struggling to stay on your feet, quite frankly. So I think it's probably not. I mean, you could try it, but it's you're going to be reaching past a couple people to do it.
It's long. Sure, let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? I stab myself?
It could happen.
Yep.
Which end
Okay.
of the thing are you sticking out?
I guess I'm going to try and hit him with the back of the blade, so it's not the sharp side.
Okay.
Just trying to hook his ankle.
All right. So because of the distance and the fact that you're reaching past,
Yeah.
Yoder, and why don't you roll dexterity plus athletics plus weaponry, since you're good at handling this glaive, -3.
Okay.
Nope.
Damn.
You stab the blade into the gravel on the shore and miss him completely.
Was
I'd
he
like to-
startled?
He didn't even notice you doing that. He's just sprinting, trying to get away from you.
I'd like to try some emotional urging
Okay.
to get him
Yeah.
to maybe he wants to feel like he wants to help us instead of running away like a baby.
All right. You don't have that as a rote, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Let's see here. Emotional urging is mind.
Yep.
2, yes. So Roll Gnosis plus Mind, and it's going to be versus... Well, hold on a second. Let me look up my spellcasting reference here. Okay, so this is contested resistance.
Okay. Does that subtract my dice pool? Or...
Nope. Automated resistance would subtract from your dice pool, but this is contested resistance. So you rolled 3 successes, which is pretty good. Now I will roll for Applewhite, and we'll see if he resists your spell or not. So it's going to be... the resistance attribute for this spell is Composure plus Gnosis. Alright. And if I get 3 or more successes, which is going to be a tall order here, then he resists your spell.
Okay.
I got 1 success. So, spell successful. What exactly are you trying to urge him, and with what emotion?
I want him to feel helpful toward us and want to help us with our current situation.
Okay, so helpfulness is not an emotion, but maybe you want him to feel empathy.
Okay, empathy.
All right. Actually, empathy isn't really an emotion either. Maybe you want him to feel...
Love.
Obligation.
The emotion of obligation, which is what fathers everywhere feel on this day. Okay. Or maybe children of fathers feel obligation on Father's Day. Okay, so you're trying to get him to circle back and... or at least hesitate and try to help the group.
Yep.
Okay. All right. He has made remarkable progress in the seconds it's taken you to fail to trip him with a glaive and then cast emotional urging. He's sprinting like Usain Bolt fast. He looks like implausibly fast, like suspiciously fast. But he glances back, and he sees something that catches his eye and does make him slow down to a trot, and he then kind of turns and begins jogging backwards, continuing away from you, but watching the boathouse, apparently, with some intent. And so you're on hold. So now you cast the spell, then you talk to Sodom, and you're on hold, and the boathouse is shaking and rattling, and it's not going to last too much longer.
I think we should run the hell away.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's too late for the whole boathouse to catch on fire before they break it.
Well, how far do you want? I mean, should we just run away so we're not too worried about getting immediately grabbed by the whatever, or do you want to just?
Are we on an aluminum dock?
No, it's
Let's just go to Chicago.
All right, somebody, let's get the hell off the dock. Go back towards the camper, but start the dock on fire behind us, so hopefully they can't get to us.
I like that idea.
All right. You had the Merovingian expressing a desire to set things on fire with his mind earlier.
He sure did.
Maybe he has something in mind.
Would you by any chance call the sky to be stormy?
It's hard to say. It's dark out, but it's November and it's a Wisconsin winter, so probably it's cloudy at the very least.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, I don't need any of that. I don't think I'm gonna grab like a handful of like grass or something, and whip out my lighter, go down to the very end of the pier, light the little pile of grass clippings on fire, and they're not going to burn well, but they don't have to, because then I'm going to cast Control Fire.
Oh.
And whoosh.
A whoosh.
Hey, based on my level of damage, shouldn't I have had like a -5 to my dice pool because I'm crippled?
I gave you a
rolled
-3.
anyway.
Oh, okay. It was just -3.
Yeah, I mean, the cumulative effect of your injuries and your rotten position in the group was a -3.
Okay. Well, I'm just sitting here thinking that, when I only have 1 box left on my health meter, if I have one of these guys just punch me in the nose, is that enough to send me into the awakening state?
Well,
only one way to find out.
Yeah. When all your boxes are full, that means you start rolling to stay conscious.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be conscious. I want to go to the poppy field.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't be running away at all.
Well, maybe I can have one of these guys hit me in the face back in the camper so I can lay on my bed.
A controlled awakening.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Merovingians scooping up a handful of dry November grass. It's been an unusually dry winter so far, and everything's dead and brown. So no problem finding a nice tall handful of eminently burnable. It's probably some fancy grass here, not
Thanks, Obama.
crabgrass. It's like Kentucky blue or something out here in this fancy neighborhood.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So you are laying it at the foot of the dock and lighting it with your Zippo. Oh, I've got a prop. Let me get my prop out. Ooh, here it is.
Nice.
It's a Zippo.
Just
All
like
right.
that.
Yeah. All right. Light her up. So you light the grass. And
Light
then
the
what?
grass.
You're going to
and
control
then I
the
want to
fire.
cast control fire. Basically, get the whole thing burning, but I actually want to keep the fire kind of low, so it's not like a big blazing thing that's going to draw attention. Just low enough that it's burning, and if anything comes out of that boathouse, it has to walk through fire for like 30 feet.
Let's see here. You've got 3 dots and forces, so that's enough for control fire. The question is, can you do something like... Yeah. So this lets you increase or decrease the size or intensity of the fire, and then it's obviously enough to control the direction of the fire or the flow of the flames. The question is whether you can do something like redirect the energy that it expends on radiating light into just more heat. I think you probably can. It just sounds like a really advanced application of control fire. Or like conversion of energy or something. Maybe that's too advanced. But okay, so you're gonna keep the fire low, but you're gonna direct it onto the dock and see how much of it you can get burning.
Right. So I don't know. There's also level 2 is an influence fire, which allows me to guide the flow of a flame. But that's vulgar, so I kind of wanted to not do that.
Okay, well just try. Let's just start with control fire and see how you do. You don't have it as a rote?
I do not.
Do not. Okay, then just Gnosis plus forces and +3 if you want to spend a willpower.
Yeah, we'll start with that.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. 3 successes. All right. So you're keeping the flames low rather than letting them burn up the up into the air or something. You're controlling them and making them flow along the dock and light the boards on fire. And that much of it works. You get the first couple of boards on fire, and if you stand here and cast it again and keep it going, you can probably get the whole dock covered in flames in the next, minute.
Hey, you keep that up. I'm going to be in the camper trying not to die.
All right, go find the camper. Okay, yeah, I'll do that a
He
few
won't
more
be able
times.
to find the camper because
Yeah,
like
right.
to
Remember
get
where
it-
you put it? In your...
Yoder, why don't you come with me so if after you punch me in the face I pass out, you can heal me up instead.
Okay. So at this point, too, what's his name is gone since.
No.
He's looking
Applewhite.
at the boathouse
Yeah,
first.
Oh, that's right, he's
Applewhite.
looking at us.
Applewhite's standing still now, just slack-jawed and staring dumbfounded at the boathouse and the general proceedings. I'm gonna check something real quick.
Did we establish the other guy's dead?
We have no idea
Did
where he
not.
is.
He's
stepped
in
through a
some
portal.
other dimension.
He stepped into some. Yeah, he stepped out of your view. You're not sure if he teleported or what, or turned invisible, or you don't know. But he took a step
I
to the side
recall-
and disappeared.
If I recall, what he did looked similar to what Yoder did back in the house on top of the mountain.
That was your interpretation, yeah.
Okay.
So maybe he stepped through a spirit doorway. Maybe he teleported. Maybe he's invisible. Maybe something else. You have no idea. Without casting a spell to try and discern the actual effect, you're not sure what the hell took place. But he's gone now.
All right.
Applewhite is standing still, some yards away from you. There's fire spreading along the dock. It sounds like Honey Badger wants to continue to flee.
Okay, well, I'm okay with going back to the thing, but since Applewhite's just standing, let's grab him and take him with us.
Yeah, do that.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Or at least I'm going to walk. I don't know. I guess I'm going to go towards Applewhite so I can take him, grab him.
Are you going to
Physically.
use any words or just approach and grab him?
Well, I'd like to try to talk him into coming with us.
Do you want to try and, intimidate or persuade?
Well, I have a
Buddy,
dot.
follow us, or the next time the fish are going to start appearing in your colon.
I'm going to whisper to him, I don't know how to do that.
Is Stu here yet?
He doesn't know that.
Did Stu catch up to us yet?
You can talk to Stu remotely.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Stu, where are you?
Yeah, but it'd be helpful if a finger went up his ass.
That's
after
what
I
I'm...
said.
Right.
Hey, boss, I'm about halfway there. I'm on the campus right now. Hey,
You are
how's
the
it going?
slowest spirit in the fucking world.
Can you ask him to teleport now?
Yeah, can you get here faster? Do you have to actually run here, or can you...
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know,
no. I thought you wanted me to run.
No, didn't want that at all.
Oh, all right, no
Can you
problem.
just, show up right next to me.
Yeah, just give me a sec.
Okay.
So yeah, no, he was running through the material plane. He figured that's what you wanted.
Perfect, Stu. You're very smart.
Well, he's very literal.
Yes.
Okay.
So I need to just make sure to tell you exactly what I want next time.
All right. So your plan with regard to Applewhite is to try and persuade him to come
Yes.
with you. Okay.
Correct.
Why don't you roll?
Okay.
If you feel like schmoozing him and trying to convince him that you lie to him basically and convince him of something, then use manipulation plus persuasion. If instead you just want to be stern and say you're coming with us, then use presence plus intimidation.
That's what I'm going to do. Presence and intimidation.
Okay. Do you want to spend a willpower or anything?
That gives me, 3 more?
Yes.
Sure, why not? I got some willpower available.
All right. Roll away. Very good. Okay. Well, he's in love with you now. No. So, what do you say exactly? Dead or alive, you're coming with me. No.
Yeah, you just we want you to come with us, just because we need to. So you're coming with us. I'm telling him to come with us.
Very persuasive.
All right.
I'm not being persuasive. I'm just telling him.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So he perks up and begins paying all of his attention to you, and he trots over in your direction.
Excellent.
Where
Okay.
where are you headed?
We're gonna go to the grease mobile.
Are you sure?
That they got a better name.
Grease lightning.
Yes. For now, you're coming with us because we have some questions we'd like to have you answer, but we don't exactly have the time for that right now.
All right, I'll come with you for now, but you try any of that stabby, pokey, shooty shit again, and I'm gone.
Oh. Well, don't worry about that. Just as long as you come with us, there'll be no stabby, pokey, whatever.
I make no promises about the fish in the ass.
All right.
I'll study up on that one.
So Applewhite's coming along, and he seems to be vibrating with energy. He's a vibrant man right now. He's very, very full of vim and vigor.
Okay. Good to know. All right. Well, he and I and then Badger are going to head off towards the Greasemobile.
Okay. Meanwhile, the Merovingian and Ender remain behind and fan the flames.
Yes.
Sure, I'll help with that.
Okay. All right. Well, cast your spell again. Control heat or control fire or whatever it was.
Should I blow on it? Can I roll for blowing on it?
Well,
Yeah, control fire is.
if there's something you can come up with to help, by all means. Otherwise, you're just going to have to, when the shadow beasts pop out and walk through the fire, maybe you can help flee a little faster somehow.
Okay. Yeah, unless the fire has a brain, I don't think I can do much about it.
All right.
Let me see here. Now you've got me curious.
The fire has a brain.
No. I'm curious what you could contribute here with perhaps space magic and scrying or.
Oh yeah, I could scry into the. Yeah, if it's not too much trouble, I'd like to scry into the boathouse and see how many shadow creatures there are.
All right, so Merovingian, one more success. The fire continues to spread, but not real fast. You've got the last 6 feet of the dock or so boiling in flame now, and meanwhile, Ender wants to cast Scrying. Let's see here. You don't have it as a rote. Nope. Yep. So just Gnosis plus space.
Done.
Okay, one success is enough, and you're scrying into the boathouse.
Yeah, I suppose it's dark in there, isn't it?
It's pitch black. But as you look around, you can hear and see and smell as if your head were inside the boathouse. So, what you smell is like the murkiest. It smells like old mud, like just old dirt, or ashes soaked in fire, like somebody tossed water on a campfire, or it gives you the impression of just ancient muck. And looking around, you can't see much, but you do see the last little vestiges of light from the outside. I mean, it's not completely pitch black outside the boathouse, so you can see through cracks here and there. And it looks like the walls are rattling and the door is shaking in its frame, and with every impact of whatever these things are doing in there, you can see that the gaps are getting wider and wider, and the shaking is getting worse. And you're pretty convinced that within the next say 2 rounds, the boathouse is likely to pop open.
Okay, guys, I think we should get going.
Okay,
we're already going.
We're gone.
Yeah.
So
You and the Merovingian are sitting there, so.
All right. So Merovingian, let's get going.
Just a little more fire. Did Mac drop off?
Nope,
Somebody
I'm
here?
still here. I heard
Somebody did.
something drop off.
I think it was Rabbit.
It was
my wife,
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right, I want to do one more. Try
Okay.
and get it as close, much further down the pier as I can, and then we'll go.
All right. The boathouse, for reference, is about 20 feet from the from shore.
All right,
So
so we're
if you-
about a third of the way-ish.
You're roughly a third of the way to the boathouse in terms of the amount of the dock that's on fire. Yes.
So I have something that I should probably maybe have at least offered up before. So this shit is coming up out of the water, right? And we're burning the dock to prevent it from getting to shore.
Yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me.
Don't worry about it. It's
Okay.
fine.
Well, I was counting on the door breaking first, but it sounds like the whole damn boathouse is going to go down. So we're going to do this one last one just in case the door actually does pop open, and then we're going to run.
Okay.
All right. Give me a roll. No willpower, huh? Okay. Oh,
No, I don't think I need it.
Oh! What the fuck?
What?
I bet you
I would
got
also like to. I would also like to spell out the Merovingian fire. Actually, no.
Okay, so where the little grass fire, was just a little puff of flame, and then you had some boards, a few little flames here and there licking at the edges of the dock. Suddenly, whoosh! It just fires straight down the dock and covers the entire dock in a surprising amount of energy for a 3-dot spell. Consumes the entire dock and climbs up halfway up the dockward wall of the boathouse, and now it's all not blazing. It's not. We're not talking backdraft territory here, but the fire has spread to cover that entire area, and within a few seconds or minutes, it will certainly grow and consume as much. Then we will be in backdraft territory.
All right, let's go. Skipping back toward grease lightning.
I used my super speed to get back to the grease mobile.
You have super speed?
I have fleet of foot.
Oh, yeah, that makes you a little faster in combat, I think. Yeah, it should add 3 to your speed rating, which I think
sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think what is speed? You do have more speed than him, so if you wanted to sprint all out, you could certainly get back to greased lightning before he did. But now you've got me curious about that. Let me look up speed and figure out. It's like some number of feet per round. Speed, speed, 34. Page 34, speed. No, come on. Just define speed for me. Speed. Page 39. Let's try page 39. Speed shows up a lot. Speed. Oh, damn it. All right, well, I'll figure it out later. But you're faster than Albacore, yeah. Okay, so you're sprinting away from the dock, and after only a few seconds...
You don't got to be faster than the bear, you just got to be faster than the slowest guy.
Yeah. Pull on your running shoes. You take off running, and before you even reach the houses, a few things occur to you. Actually, get both you two,
Yep.
Ender and Merovingian, give me a wits plus composure roll while you run.
Alrighty. Wow.
What?
Okay, if we need any rolls, let's let Leave do them.
Hang on, you got 6 successes?
Yeah, I didn't get to see an animation, but apparently it was almost as awesome as the previous one.
Yeah, I saw the 6 successes, and I thought it was your previous roll. I'm sitting here waiting for you to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Okay, yeah, so you're doing all the rest of the group's rolls for tonight. Okay, so
the last good one.
We'll start with Ender. You hear a crashing sound behind you and the sizzle of burning boards falling into the Lake Mendota, and the shrieks and howls and inhuman noises are no longer muffled. Well, the Merovingian, a.k.a. Albacore, what do you notice? That. Yeah, you notice that. And you also hear a certain note of agitation to the voices as they combat the flames on the dock and decide how best to proceed without burning themselves alive. You hear an owl hooting some three houses down. You hear a motorboat coming in from the lake, a little later than all the rest. They were out for some evening fishing, and they're coming back now that it's dark, which is very hazardous, and they'll probably get a ticket if the dock authority notices them. And you also notice that the lights have all come on in both of the houses you're about to pass between. And probably it's because people are getting home from work right around now. And they're likely to notice that the dock and the boathouse are on fire. And why don't I make a common sense roll for you?
You're not going to let him make his own common sense roll?
Nope, I make the common sense roll. It strikes you that you got in trouble the last time you set cadavers loose on Madison, And you've really only made the problem worse here. And there are mortals hanging around in this area. And they're going to come out and investigate the burning dock. And this just strikes you as a bad situation.
And there's beasties where the immortals are going to go.
Yeah.
God damn.
Who was on the phone with what's his name?
Yeah, and while you jog,
Yeah.
Timmy puts the phone up to his ear.
Hello?
Where the hell have you been?
Just doing some stuff and running away.
Well, whatever you do, don't let those things get out.
What if they're gonna explode the boathouse in the next 3 seconds?
Well, then I'd say you'd better find a way to get rid of them.
All right. Thanks.
Why did you ask for a suggestion?
Any suggestions on how to do that?
They came from the water, right?
Yes.
I don't know what they are, but dry fire?
We kind of did that.
Well, great.
Come on.
Finish the job.
All right. You don't have a SWAT team you guys can send to help us?
Everyone's in Canada. You know this.
Oh, that's right. Shit. Okay. Go to bed.
You are the SWAT team.
Well, that's where you fucked up.
All right. Yeah.
What are you playing? What are you playing? What are you playing?
Go to bed.
Video game.
Saw that coming a mile away.
All right.
All right. I'm just gonna say goodbye and hang up.
Okay.
What are you?
All right. So Timmy hangs up. We'll assume that he's communicated some form of this to the Merovingian while he deals with his real-life daughter.
All right, well, I guess I'll stop running and turn around and see what I see.
Okay. You're between the houses now, and you see, first of all, some stirrings in the windows. Like there's people, looking out, wondering what the flickering lights are. And down at the dock, you see some darkened forms trying to move through the fire and failing. And the howls are echoing around in a pretty nasty fashion, given that you're now farther away and you're in a canyon here between large solid forms. It's making a sort of an unearthly racket.
All right, well, can I use influence sound to just kind of make it go out over the lake instead of toward populated areas?
With a good roll, yeah, absolutely.
I'll do that.
Okay. Does anyone want to try and do something to recall the fleeing honey badger and Yoder and Applewhite?
Yeah, I'll use telepathy.
Okay. You've got 3 dots in mind, so you might actually have telepathy. That's pretty good. Let's
Yeah,
see
I do.
here.
It is not a rope.
Telepathy is a 3-dot spell. Okay. Direct mind-to-mind contact. I believe you get 1 word per success or something like that.
Okay,
Let me look it up. It's on page 212.
that sounds right.
I can't wait to hear what word you decide to use.
Fart buckets!
I'm gonna use like the collect call, like. Yeah,
The baby, it's a
boy.
We had a baby, it's a boy. You can share images and ideas. I don't actually think there's a limit to the...
The duration changes based on
Yeah,
success.
the duration is the important thing.
Yeah,
So,
voice from afar is limited, but it
Okay,
doesn't
that's-
like
maybe that's
telepathy is.
maybe telepathy's not the spell to use here then. because you may need to be
That's true.
in proximity to the target you're trying to make mind-to-mind contact with.
Oh, perhaps.
Well, what are we, like a block away?
Let me see here.
I gotta touch your face like Vulcans.
Please don't touch my face.
Well, I guess you don't want any telepathy then.
No, this doesn't say you have to be. As with any spell, though, if they're not in line of sight, you're going to be using sympathetic magic, which means you would be aided by scrying.
Ah,
So if you scry, you know exactly where the grease mobile is, for example,
And you know our real names.
and you know you know them very well. So you could try to scry to their location wherever they happen to be right now, or you could try scrying at the grease mobile, and then once you have a viewpoint, you will have literal line of sight access to them, and you'll no longer be doing any sympathetic spellcasting if you wanted to try and establish a telepathic link.
is sympathetic reduction in my dice pool? Or
Is sympathetic a reduction? Yes.
Okay.
Let me find that. I've got that somewhere. I think I put it on the forums, actually. Let me search the thread. But yes, the degree of your sympathetic connection to the target is it influences the dice penalty on the roll. So yeah,
ah,
sympathetic. No matches. Okay, let's try sympathy. No matches. Awesome.
Sorry, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for. I had somewhere I listed the degrees of sympathy for sympathetic magic, like known and acquainted, and right. Remember that?
Right. Shit, I thought I had a bookmark for that, but I don't.
Don't worry about it. Just I would suggest casting scrying first,
okay, I'll do that.
and
I'll
just
scry
trying to
them
get an eye to eye, visibility line of sight. So you're going to scry where?
To. So my choices are to the grease mobile, or I can't scry at a person.
Oh, you can scry at them because you know them
Okay,
well enough.
I want to scry at them then.
Okay. So the sympathy, the sympathetic connection you have with them is, it's basically a step below. You can see them right now because you know them very well.
Right.
So we'll just say it's a one die penalty.
Okay.
So gnosis
I'm
plus
gonna-
space -1.
I'm gonna throw some willpower in there.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a 7.
Oh ho ho! All right.
Wow.
Just barely. It's a good thing you put the willpower in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you scry at their location, and suddenly, whoosh, your brain and eyes and other sensory organs are virtually hovering directly over the smell you associate with honey badger.
All right.
So now you want to cast telepathy?
Can
without-
I, shout through the scrying, or do I
No.
need to cast the spell? Okay.
No.
Yeah, so I'd like to-
Scrying gives you a sensory window to a location.
Okay. So I'd like to telepathy at Honey Badger.
Okay.
He's the one in the front.
He's the smelly one.
All right.
So mind plus gnosis then.
All right. No willpower in this one.
One success. Okay. And
Yeah.
I
There we
think
go.
so that means the spell is not going to last very long, but who cares? So you've got a telepathic link with Honey Badger. What do you want to say?
I
Or
wanna
what image
say
do you want to
that,
flash?
we
Put
need to
the image of a
take the
penis in his mind first.
Yeah.
Get,
I mean,
get,
that goes
get
without
his
saying.
attention. Yeah.
You appear to him as a speaking penis. 6 foot tall.
You need to go back to the boathouse.
But so he's almost dead.
Okay, send everybody else back to the boathouse. We need to take care of these shadow dudes.
And it's a two-way connection. Maybe you're a little freaked out by the voice in
Yeah.
your head, but But it sounds like Timmy talking in a weird ghost voice, but he looks like a penis.
Why is he doing an accent?
You there, Drew?
Yeah. Okay. So let's. We got to go back.
Good man.
All right. What?
I'm going to hang up my scrying.
Because a giant 6 foot tall penis that seems to have Ender's fucking voice just said, we gotta go back and stop this shit.
That's very strange. But with the way this thing's been going, I'll believe you. Well, are you
Yeah.
are you okay for going back, or do you want to keep taking Dingus here and I'll go back?
We gotta go back. But I should.
How long does it take to cast a healing spell?
Very
Something-
short time for
It's
me.
instant. It's
Bang
instant.
out real quick.
It's
I mean,
instant.
just to help Honey Badger not die horribly in the next 2 seconds.
So you didn't mention you were doing that, so I'm assuming you didn't. And so therefore Honey Badger has been limping, and he's been slowing you down as you try to retreat. So you haven't really even, I mean, you've made it to the street. You know, you're limping your way down the street.
What kind of injuries does he have?
I've got 1 bashing and 5 lethal.
Okay, well, whatever.
He's in rough shape.
Can we have a roll on whether or not Honey Badger was aroused by the giant penis?
I would rather find out if I'm like.
Well, I'm
teetering
okay
on the
with
brink of
rolling to
awakening, and like
help him.
should I take 1 more bashing and see what happens?
Do you? If we want to go back, what do you want to do? I mean, we got to go back. What do you want me to do?
All right, so I got to fold up this damn knife or my deal because cops are going to be coming. Shit's on fire. I can't be walking around with an 8-foot fucking sword. So I got to put that away. You at least can just close up your trench coat or whatever the bullshit you've got, but you got grenades handy. So you run back. I'll come.
And no healing magic shall exchange hands.
And that's fine.
So
Hey.
you're gonna go to the thing first and come back, or you're gonna walk?
No. He's folding up his glaive while he limps.
Yeah. Are we closer to the like? Can I? You know what? I want to get. If I get to the Greasemobile and I drive it closer to them,
The answer is you're not halfway to the Greasemobile.
we're not even close to halfway.
No.
Fuck. All right. Well, I guess I'll go back.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell Applewhite that we're gonna go back, but he needs to stay with us because we're
Fine.
dealing with him too. So just hang back, Applewhite, but stay with us because I got somebody watching you, and you don't want to know what he can do.
Speaking of which, hey boss, Stu shows up.
Hey, Stu. Okay, Stu. See that guy right here, over here, next to us?
Oh yeah.
All right. So I want you to keep an eye on him. If he starts to do anything weird, do your thing.
Well, I mean, he's limping pretty bad, and that glaive's
Well,
going
yeah,
to slow
not-
him down. Do you want me to watch him that
Not
close?
him, not
or-
that guy, not the other guy.
Oh, okay.
The guy
third-
you haven't seen before.
Righto. I will.
Right.
I'll get my finger ready.
All right. Well, I'm set. Let's head back.
Okay. So you jog. Applewhite could sprint, but he chooses to jog. Honey Badger limps, and you make your way back toward the dock.
Yes.
All right, it's not too long, not a ton of time passed. It's not too long before Timmy and Albacore see you approaching. We're only talking, less than 30 seconds or so.
You guys.
So you regroup, and the situation on the dock has not really improved, but it hasn't gotten too much worse either. I mean, the fire is blazing now, and the creatures, whatever they are still stuck in the vicinity of the boathouse. Pieces of the boathouse have now begun falling off and into the water, where the boards float and bounce around in the waves, and most of the fire goes out at that point. Obviously, 1 or 2 boards are still. There's a weak little flame licking up from the water, and it looks weird.
All right, I'll be right back. Hang on.
Uh-oh, the guy with the crossbow just went AFK.
All right,
You'll be
so
fine.
since I'm turned around now and seeing what's going on, I would like to take a moment and try to figure out if I can like use something like my supernal vision to figure out what these shadow things are and like if they're magic and what the fuck.
Okay.
Sorry, man.
So we'll use your. So you know. You did sense death or whatever, right? So you know they're associated
Yes.
with death magic. So let's say you're casting a conjunctional piece of magic here and trying to discern exactly what type of death magic they are. Well, you know there was
Sounds
something. You know there was something in the boathouse that was deathy. It may have been the
there was
cadavers for all
lots
you
of
knew,
death.
but yeah.
I thought it was the cadavers. Maybe it's these, but
Okay, so let's roll Prime plus Death plus Gnosis plus Investigation minus 2.
holy shit, that was a lot. Okay, Prime plus
Prime,
death.
Death, Gnosis, Investigation minus 2.
Okay. This is where I fail.
Looks
Or
okay.
Nope.
Looks pretty good. Okay. You are not yet as versed in supernal and magical happenings as you are in non-magical trivia.
True.
With time, surely you will accumulate a great deal of knowledge because you've got just sort of a weird steel trap mind that picks up, random stuff and stores it away. But you're not there yet. What you know for sure is that these guys are not like they're not zombies, they're not mummies, they're not cadavers, they're not associated with any form of undead you've encountered thus far, but they have a similar flavor. So there's maybe some sort of undead, but they are certainly undeniably ancient.
Ancient. Great. Okay.
And that's what you get.
So
Something undead and ancient.
Included in that was it? Do I at all know whether the whole reason they're either animated or active or alive, like, is it rooted in magic?
They are magical beings, obviously, but you probably could have told me that. They are not. There's not like some external source animating them. Like you got that impression from the mummies back at the mountain, but you're not getting that
Right.
from these.
So maybe I should ask the question I want answered is, I want to try to use supernal dispellation to dismantle the spell.
You don't sense any spell. There's no
Okay.
spell keeping them animated.
All right. They're just ancient undead beasties that are walking around and don't like light.
They're ancient. They don't like light. They don't like fire. They seem kind of similar to undead.
Can we tell how many of them there are at this point? Or
There are 3.
okay.
I want to chase them with the fire, like move the fire into them.
Okay. So that was
Would
just.
I guess that would probably mean that is not control fire. Well, I don't know. You tell me. Can I use control fire to do that? I want to use control fire because influence fire is vulgar, and I don't want to use a vulgar spell.
I think this is vulgar, because you're going to be changing the direction of the fire substantially.
All right, so then I will whip out my golden knife tool and
Okay.
use that.
Okay.
To
So you're using a magical tool?
reduce. Yes, I'm using a magical tool.
All right. As I recall, it was forces plus gnosis, because you don't have control fire as a rote.
Correct.
Nothing's resisting you, so just go ahead and cast it, and then we'll... Actually, no, wait. I need to roll for Paradox first. And you have Gnosis...
Of 3.
3 Gnosis, so let me find that. That's going to be... more than one as a base pool?
It's 2.
Okay, we'll just take your word for
Page,
it. 2.
It's page 127.
Okay. 2, -1 for the tool. And if you want to spend a point of mana, you can mitigate the paradox dice pool even further, and it'll be 0.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So mark off a point of mana on your character sheet, and no risk of paradox on this spell.
Sweet.
All right. I guess I'm also going to spend a willpower on it.
Okay.
So then
Gnosis
it's forces
plus
gnosis.
3. Yep, forces, gnosis, and 3.
This is where I roll bad.
Yeah, pretty good. Not 2. All right. Yeah.
Could be worse.
It's enough. So the fire has consumed the entire dock and is in the process of reducing it to ash. And it has begun licking up the sides of the boathouse pretty substantially. And suddenly, as if there were an implausible gust of wind, a lot of the fire in the vicinity of the doorway rises up and rushes through. And you can see the inside of this shack lit up with fire now, and it's clear that there are a number of spaces between the boards as the bashing on the walls has continued. It's barely holding together, and in fact there's a number of boards missing and floating in the water below, and you can see the fire very clearly inside the building. And you can see these 3 creatures thrashing around, and the shrieking escalates.
And I'd like to use control heat to just ratchet it all up.
Okay. Control heat. So you're just gonna... Yeah.
Can I psychic assault them while he's doing this? Just
Yeah.
The nearest one.
Sure. Do you have that as a rote?
I do have that as a route.
Okay. Then we will have to... You already know the dice pool, I'm sure, but let me look.
Yep.
It's Resolve, Intimidation, plus Mind.
Yep. It's 9.
Minus... Let me look here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's contested.
Oh, yep.
Psychic Assault minus Resolve. Okay, their Resolve is very low. They've got 1 Resolve, so subtract 1 die.
Okay. So that's
3. Okay. The mines involved here, you're reaching out and touching them as you attempt to assault one of the mines. You can't just attack the whole group, but
Right.
you're targeting one of them. It seems that the mines involved here are sparse and primitive. There's very little to grab hold of with your spell.
Do I feel like maybe since they're simple that I could control them?
Maybe you could try. You feel like they're very animal in nature. They're really simple mines. But there is a mind, and you do assault it, and it does take 3 points of damage.
All right.
One of the everyone else sees one of the 3 creatures, now backlit by fire, reels in panic and agony.
So are they on fire, or are some of them taking fire damage now?
They're all. I mean, it would stand to reason that they are all taking fire damage, given that they are standing in fire.
Okay.
How long has it been since this fire started?
The fire has been going for a couple of minutes at this point, but it just now has rushed in and illuminated the inside of the boathouse, and with it, several of these creatures.
Okay. So the people looking out their window at the flaming boathouse think people are burning alive in it. Excellent.
Probably.
Awesome.
Anyone want to roll to guess how many 911s are being dialed right now? No. What was that, Shale?
All of
How
them?
many of these things do we think there are? I mean, do we know, or do
3.
we?
You know there
There's
are
just 3 of them.
There are 3 in the boathouse, and from what you could tell, were you inside the? No. Who was inside? Timmy and
I was.
Timmy and and Sammy were inside the boathouse when they sprang out of the water.
Yeah, I was in the doorway. Yeah.
It looked like they were more or less what was composing the column that was rising up out of the water. It's like when you were looking at that column and you got a good look when there was light in the water. It looked like it was made of a bunch of dead, blackened driftwood, but then a bunch of the driftwood jumped off and attacked you. So that's what these things are. So it may be that there's quite a few more, but they don't seem to have come out of the water yet.
Are we in combat yet?
You know,
or
I think
we just do whatever.
Can I figure out if I think I could detect that people are calling 911?
Check the pulse of the local telephone lines, or what?
Yeah, with read matrices? No, tune in.
Tune
maybe?
in lets you free floating data transmission. Yeah.
Yeah, if someone's using a cell phone to call, that would help.
Yeah, I think I'll do that and just see if like anything's imminent, or even like police band, and see if people are being sent this way.
Okay.
Then you can use transmission to hijack the radio signal and replace it with a known message. Never mind, nothing's wrong. I was seeing something.
That's a lot more forces than he's got. But tune in. Let me.
Well, transmission's only 2. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. True.
Well, let's see if we have a problem first.
No, you're right. That's what transmission does. Tune in though is more primitive. It's let me find it here. It won't let you like hear the words being used. It just lets you hear that there is a signal and like what frequency it's on and stuff.
Oh, right. I'm not a modem.
Yeah.
I would just hear the modem sounds.
But if you want to try and count how many phone calls are traveling through the air right now, you certainly can.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay. Well, forces plus gnosis.
Okay.
Man. Okay. There are 2 calls right now coming from the house on one side and 1 coming from the house on the other side. So there are cellular phone calls and TV signals and internet and all sorts of stuff. But you're pretty sure that 3 of the signals you're listening to are cellular telephones, and there are 3 active calls right now in 2 houses.
All right.
Is anyone in the house? Am I remotely close to back?
Yeah, no, you're back by now.
Okay. Is anybody in the house that owns the dock that's on fire?
The dock is behind one of the 2 houses very clearly, and both houses have lights on, and there are phone calls coming from both houses.
Did Applewhite come with us back again? I forget.
Yeah.
Yep, he came with you.
All right. Hey, douchebag. Did you guys just set up shop in this, or do you know the people who live here, or what's the deal?
Let's see here.
That's a good question.
Oh, okay. I was rolling to see if he took offense at your aggressive language, and I rolled a 1. So his willpower is at an all-time low right now.
He doesn't even know it's an insult.
Yeah, he's a total cuck.
He actually likes it.
This is Angrist's ex-girlfriend's parents' house or something. I don't know. They let us use the boathouse, but they make us pay rent.
Oh, good.
Super lame.
What did you tell them you were doing with it?
We're just using the boathouse. What else do you do in a boathouse? They didn't expect us to store cadavers under the water.
Well,
So there's
yeah,
smoking
but
pot.
there's no boat, and there's no floor. So, I mean,
Well,
What were you
the door
doing?
had a lock. What do you want?
oh my God. I'm trying to figure out a way out of this, so when the cops come, I don't say, this asshole was making meth and it exploded. Help me come up with something better than that.
1 second here. He looks worried, but he's not sure what to tell you. I mean, he's just hoping you don't sick the police on him.
Well, that's option 1. We need option 2. So, you're renting a boathouse. You didn't tell them what the hell you're doing in it. They're the ones of the people calling the cops on you, so they know your name.
What do you want from me?
Help us out here.
Well, give me my sword back and maybe I'll try.
Oh, that's probably a non-starter. That's these guys' problem. Your problem is, what are we going to do when these cops show up? You got a friend on the police force? You know anybody, somebody who's got some more powers who might be the guy responding to this call?
Your problem is I spent $30 on that sword. And I want it back.
$30.
Hey, Yoder. I think
Yeah.
our friend here needs a fish up the ass.
He's not in charge of the fish. Damn it.
And Ender does the fish.
Yeah, but nobody's actually putting a fish up his ass because you don't know how to do that. Yoder's buddy can give him the illusion.
Right.
Ah, yes.
I see what you're saying.
Love you, Daddy.
Nice.
Oh, wait, is that the game?
Oh, wait! Is that the... Okay. So, time is
Yes.
passing here, by the way, so...
Yeah. So what are we trying to get this guy to do?
I don't know.
You're just
Honey
you-
Badger's looking for ideas.
you're just
I'm trying to
haranguing the
get us
poor
out
guy.
of here. I'm trying to figure out how I can,
What to tell the police when they arrive.
because
Or the
they're
fire
going to
department.
get here before we decide
Do
we
you
have
guys
to
want to
leave.
go to the houses and try to get them off their phones or something? I've kind of got this under control for the moment.
Yeah, let's get
How
back to
about-
that. You were gonna control heat or something and amp up the...
Yeah, I wanted to like influence light and sound to push it all out. Just kind of keep it all going out over the lake, so it's less noticeable from the nearby houses.
Okay. All right. Light and sound. Well, at this point, it's too late for that. They've already noticed the flaming boathouse, and there are
They made the call.
phone calls being made.
I'd like to try my greater beast control on these dudes.
Okay.
See if I can gain control over them.
All right. You have that as
You
a
shut
road.
down their phones?
I cannot shut down their phones.
Well, you do have a computer that you use to hack things, but
I might try this after this.
all right. So presence plus animal ken plus mind, subtract resolve. Which is
that's
one. Yeah.
Okay.
One success.
Ooh, that's a lot of ones.
So you reach out with your magic, and you're just aiming for a brain, and you manage to snag hold of one of the three, and you know, it's just full of panic right now.
Yeah.
But it's just close to animal enough that you think you could impose an instruction if you felt like it.
Okay. I'd like to instruct it to hit one of the other ones.
Okay.
Like just go ape shit on it.
Okay.
Kind of like
The fire the kind of like the yeah, all right. The boathouse is blazing pretty good now. Okay. So indeed, one of the creatures turns on the other two and slashes blindly and apparently deals some damage. Let me. All right. And the one that gets slashed looks like it's had enough of this. And frankly, the situation inside the boathouse, as the walls deteriorate and fall away and continue to burn, the situation's gotten bad enough that it's really no worse than the situation on the dock. And it takes off sprinting out of the boathouse and along the dock through the fire.
Okay.
And the other two... Let's see here. No, the other two actually just stay in the boathouse for now.
It's convenient.
But one of them is sprinting up the dock toward you. It got slashed in the face by one of its buddies, and it's just had enough. And as it comes toward you, it realizes, oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that isn't on fire, and a bunch of people there. Cool.
Strong people.
No. It sees you. It's coming
It's
toward
coming
you.
right for us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to shoot the fucking thing.
Yeah, crossbow it.
All right, let's have everyone roll initiative.
One of them starts running at me, I'm going to shoot it.
Yeah, why don't everybody press the initiative button, and let's get some initiative rolls in. And I include Applewhite in that. But not Angrist.
How does that... So we...
Angrist is gone.
You have a number on your...
Roll initiative. Yeah.
Just put your number from the
Yep.
character sheet.
What do I gotta level up to get a decent initiative?
Your
Dexterity and
Security and
composure.
composure.
Yeah. All right, so Applewhite's at 15, Yoder's at 12, Honey Badger's at 15, Merovingian's at 17, and Ender's at 11. The creature is right there. Okay. Who wants to? So first up here is the Merovingian. What do you want to do?
All right. I'm just trying to find it. Oh shit! Where the hell is it?
Tibia says, "Hey, if a 911 call gets cut off midway, the police are super coming out," which is a great point.
Yep.
Okay, I can't find the spell, but I want to do Celestial Fire.
You've got it as
I'm
a
going
road.
to use my dagger, and I'm going to spend a mana.
Wow. Okay. So let's look at your roads. I thought you took it as a road, right?
I do not have it yet.
Oh, you
I
want it.
really want it, but I
Okay.
do not have it yet.
Okay. So Gnosis plus Prime. Is it contested? Let me find it on the spell reference. Celestial Fire. Where are you? There you are. So it's Vulgar. It's your second Vulgar spell, but you're using your knife. You're spending a point of mana, but that still gives me 1 die for the Paradox pool. It's Gnosis plus Prime. It's not contested. You just shoot magic at him, and he takes it in the face.
All right.
All right. Real quick roll for Paradox. 0 successes. Okay. Go ahead and make your roll.
Let me mark off the mana first, just before.
Good call.
All right,
Diddy is full of good suggestions here. I hope you guys are watching YouTube chat.
I'm not, actually.
And what is it? Prime and Gnosis?
Prime and Gnosis.
All right.
Ding! 1 success, and that is 1 bashing wound. An arc of celestial fire shoots out of the gentleman's hand and impacts with the beast's torso, and it reels as it takes a point of damage, but continues to run.
We don't have a map or anything, but I'm going to kind of step to the side to make sure that the others, and I assume nobody's been blocking my view while I'm kind of magicking up the place. So I'm going to kind of step aside so that I'm not blocking their view.
Good call. Yeah, okay. So everyone's got a free shot, and up next is Honey Badger.
Oh, shit.
Want to spend your turn unfolding your glaive again?
No.
You got to really get the quick release on that.
No. Is this a sandy beach, rocky beach?
It's
Is there
there's
I
no
could
beach. There's no beach to speak of. The grass goes up to the water, and then there's a line of gravel.
is there a fish-sized rock anywhere within reach?
a fist-sized. Well, you're not at the beach here. You're between the two houses. So there's a yard
Great.
between
Is there
you.
any landscaping rock anywhere near here?
Bricks. Yep. There's There's
Yeah.
bricks.
I want to chuck a brick at its head.
Okay. All right. We'll say that since this is the first round, you've had time to prepare by picking up a brick. And why don't you throw it with dexterity plus? You want to aim precisely?
Nope.
Probably you just want to whip it as hard as you can. And hope
I want
you
to
hit
whip a rock at it.
something. Okay.
Or brick.
Actually, dexterity is the better call here anyway. You've got more dex than strength right now, so
Yep.
I would suggest aiming and using dexterity plus athletics.
Okay. I'm gonna aim for its head. I'm gonna aim for center mass.
Good call. All right.
Yay.
Sammy throws a brick, and it has a similar effect to the otherworldly bolt of supernal fire.
Yeah. Who needs your fucking magic?
That's another bashing wound, and it staggers again, but continues to... It slows down a little. It's not sprinting with reckless abandon anymore. Speaking of the method of its ambulation, it has some difficulty walking and running. It's really more like it's leaping from place to place as it approaches. It's as if it's forgotten how to walk.
Great. Maybe it swims a lot.
Applewhite. What does Applewhite do? Applewhite sees what Honeybadger has accomplished, and given that he still lacks a sword, he reaches down and picks up a brick and gets ready, and that's his turn. The creature is halfway up the yard. And the other two have noticed that it's making progress and has at least vacated the fiery area, and they begin to follow. But they have cooked a bit in the meantime. Okay. So now there are there's one creature nearly to you, but not yet, and the other two are making their way up the dock. And it is Yoder's turn.
I'm gonna shoot the first one.
Yeah, boy. All right. Dexterity plus firearms plus 1 for the crossbow plus 3 for the 1 for the specialty and 3 for the crossbow.
All right, so that's 3.
2 dexterity plus 4. Oh, hang on a minute. You've got 4 firearms. All right.
Yeah.
So 2 dex plus 4 firearms is 6. Plus 1 for the crossbow is 7.
Yeah.
Plus 3 for the crossbow is 10.
Right.
That's pretty good. Okay.
You
Okay.
pin it to the one behind.
Let's see. Let's find out if you're that lucky. You're not. But you fucking skewer the creature that's halfway up the yard here, and right through the sternum, and it collapses in a pile of awkward limbs and charred remains. It doesn't burst into fire. It doesn't turn into dust. It's lying there, motionless.
Okay. Perfect.
And that leaves us at Ender.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to beast control them, the remaining 2 guys, to attack each other,
Okay, so you're
or
gonna
one
you're
attack the other if that's not
All right.
an option.
Yeah, you can only control one of these at a time, probably. But why don't you go ahead and roll?
Okay. I'm gonna willpower it. Is it -1 resolve?
-1 for resolve, yeah.
Okay, so that's 10 with a willpower. Gotta get the right tab. All right, there we go.
Jesus! All right, that's enough. They haven't quite made their way out of the fire yet. They're picking their way along the dock with their odd limping, leaping gait, and before they even make their way onto grass, one of them attacks the other. Hey, what the fuck, man? Oh, Jesus, I just rolled 3 10s. Okay. All right.
That's not the best.
One of them... No, I mean, that was one of them attacking the other, so it's pretty good.
Okay.
So, yeah, one of them attacks the other and does a fairly grievous amount of damage with its claws. And now they are sort of tussling momentarily on the dock.
In the fire?
In the fire, yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Which brings us back around to the Merovingian.
Shit, I had a plan, but now they're in the fire.
Make the fire bigger, warmer.
10 degrees warmer per success.
Right, control heat brings the temperature up 10 degrees per success.
Oh my!
So I might be able to take it from what?
Maybe if he spends the next week
What is
casting a
burning
ritual.
wood?
Yeah.
I don't think bringing the temperature up like 5% is really going to do much increased damage. Oh, that's probably not a good idea either.
I'll be right back.
Can I hold my turn?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we'll
Since
just,
since
I
there's
believe you
nothing
can.
directly happening, I kind of want to just wait and see what those two do, and hold my action.
Okay, we'll do that then. Honey Badger.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to ask Applewhite to... What the hell's the other guy's name again?
Angrist.
Angrist. All right. You got to tell me what the hell name he's giving the people who own this house. It's very important so I can get us out of this. Just tell me the name that they know him as.
Do you want to make some sort of a manipulation, persuasion type roll here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that'd be good.
I think it would be swell.
Persuasion's probably best. Because I plan to use Ms. Con Jobs for the next step.
Manipulation plus persuasion then. -1.
Ugh. Willpower it is. And
Ooh. Okay, 3 successes. All right. He knows full well you're asking for a mage's true name. So, he doesn't give it away lightly.
Yeah.
That said, he does give it to you. Because you've persuaded him. And because he'd rather not die. And now I need to come up with a name for Angrist.
Didn't think we'd ask that.
No, I guess not.
John Smith.
His name's Ron Wavish.
all right. And you didn't tell these people what you were doing with the boathouse.
Well, God. Tell them what exactly?
That's fine. I don't. If you told them one thing and I'm about to tell them something else, that's going to bite me. So if you told them nothing and just gave them money, that's fine.
We were just renting the boathouse. I mean, we never explicitly told them what we were doing. They
Great.
probably assumed
I
we
don't
were
give a shit
storing a
anymore.
boat.
That's enough. Thank you. Is that my turn?
Yes, that is your turn.
Okay.
Which takes
And
us
then
around.
as far as my move, I'd like to go up to the nearest door of the house that is clearly the owner of the flaming dock.
Okay. Yes, so you move in that direction. It's
Yes.
east.
Great.
So now it's Applewhite's turn, and he chucks his brick.
Sweet.
So that's athletics.
Glad he's not losing focus here.
What was the dude's name?
Ron Waverly.
Ron
Wavish.
Wavish? Damn.
Wavish.
Thank you.
Okay, chucks his brick, but now he's aiming at the well, we'll see. Actually, let's check that out. Okay, so he chucks his brick. Ooh, one success. He whips his brick as hard as he can, and it hits the smoldering pile of bones in the middle of the yard. And then he raises his hands and goes, "Woo!"
Great.
I hate this guy.
I'd like to use my turn to roll my eyes.
Okay. The two creatures on the dock have a conversation and sort things out, and decide that it's probably best to progress out of the fire before resuming their festivities. And they leap out of the fire. Sparks fly. The rickety dock, a couple of boards collapse into the water, and they land on the yard and begin progressing up toward you. They're 1 yard away right now, and it's Yoder's turn.
I'm gonna shoot the next one.
Okay, 1 sec. The closest one. Well, they're roughly the same distance away, so you just pick one. And
The one on the left.
okay, the one on the left. All right, the wise decision. Dexterity plus weaponry plus 1 for the specialty plus 3 for the crossbow.
Not quite as well this time, but I still probably hit him.
But we'll say -2 because okay. Well, never mind. Two
Well,
successes.
I can do -2.
Why don't you do -2 because it's dark and they're farther away than the other one was.
The other one was like, okay,
The other one was only 20 feet away, and these are like 50 feet away.
gotcha.
All right, 1 success. All right, you nail him. You wing him in the liver area. It's one of your favorite targets. And since you chose to hit the one on the left, he spins backward with an overly dramatic reaction to what seems like a glancing blow, and collapses into a second pile of smoldering bones.
Cool.
Nice.
You've sent him reeling. But there is a third creature continuing its thunderous way up the yard, and it is now Ender's turn.
All right.
Okay.
Can I take my action real quick?
Oh, yeah.
No. So since they're out of the fire, I want to put it out.
Oh, okay. Smother the fire by by what exactly? What spell are you going to cast?
Using control fire.
Okay. It's a lot of fire now.
You lower the temperature 30 degrees.
Well, fine. Let me actually read the description of the spell and see what that will actually give me the ability to do.
It's probably like decreases it by half per success or something like that. But let's look it up.
When dampening a fire, each success subtracts 1 from the damage it delivers. Once it has no more damage rating, is it extinguished? Have you been tracking that?
Yeah, of course. Control fire. Yeah, I mean, it's a really big fire.
Well, then I'll continue to. I was hoping I could just put it out, and then it would be less of an emergency when whatever, if anybody's responding yet, they would get here and not have to come rushing out with the hoses and stuff.
Yeah. Well, cast your spell, and we'll see how many successes you get.
All right. I don't really feel like I have much better to do at the moment. So, that's going to be Forces and Gnosis.
Forces plus Gnosis, yes.
All right.
Plus willpower if you choose to spend it.
Not yet.
Oh dear.
And I should have.
Oh no.
The fire gets even hotter.
All right, we go. This is great. Told you we ran out.
Okay. Ender.
So I suppose I need to, if I wanted to use my sword, I'd have to spend this turn pulling it out.
Well, nothing's at you at the moment, so you could pull
Oh.
it. Yeah. I mean, the last creature is still making its way up the yard.
All right,
It will
I'm gonna
probably
psychic assault him.
reach you in another turn or so.
I'm going to give him the old psychic assault.
Okay.
Unless I can convince him to attack himself. Doesn't seem
You,
like
you don't want to see what that looks like.
It seems like a tall order, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most beasts of any description have some form of self-preservation.
Yep. So that's an 8.
Oh, okay. Psychic assault.
That's 1 bashing.
Yeah. Okay. Bop-a-dop-a-dop. You hit. It reels, but continues to leap its way up the yard.
All right.
Merovingian, you're back already because we're
Oh, shit.
out of the turn
Wow.
order.
How far away is it?
It will reach you this turn.
What do I got here?
Why don't you attempt to reason with it? Yeah, I know we killed your buddies and viciously attacked you, but why don't you join us?
I tried to burn you a lot.
Join our team.
Like if it were a ghost, I could talk to it, but I don't think I have anything where I can actually talk to the dead or to this.
Yeah, it doesn't seem ghosty.
Doesn't seem interested in conversation.
Yeah, that also that.
Yeah.
I don't have anything I can really feel like I want to do. Unless, is it we haven't determined if it was a stormy sky yet.
We'll say it is. It's stormy.
I want to call lightning on that fucker.
Call lightning. Okay.
That'll be great.
It's November.
Is that not vulgar as shit?
It's not. Lightning happens, man.
As long as there's a stormy sky overhead, it's just lightning.
Fuck me.
All right.
I fucking hate mages.
Gnosis plus forces. Gnosis plus forces.
Yeah, I'm saving my willpower. I've only got one left, so.
God, I hope this ends combat. Holy shit.
Nice.
All right, so lightning does, if you get any successes at all, it does 3 bashing damage plus 1 bashing per success. So that's 7 bashing wounds.
Does he explode? Just tell me he explodes.
Out of a dark sky, in which you had no previous indications of what's it called?
Thundersnow?
The thunder snow? Yeah, thunder snow.
Ah.
Out of a dark void above comes lancing a single spike of conspicuous lightning. Near enough the dock that it will probably provide a perfectly reasonable explanation for all the fire raging.
Sweet.
There's some very tall trees here, but the lightning navigates between them in an uncanny fashion and strikes this creature at the crown of its skull, and its arms and legs pop off like a misused He-Man toy. And it falls to the ground in several piles and smolders more than the other two, and the grass around it glows with flame. And the hairs on the back of your neck and on your forearms raises up in the presence of a lightning strike. And your ears ring, and you're blind.
Whoops.
But the creatures
away,
seem
guys.
the creatures seem to have been disabled or dealt with or killed, and you're free to proceed however you see fit. May I
So somebody-
suggest, as the DM, that it's probably not the best idea to leave their corpses in the backyard.
Right, that's what I was going to say. We
I
would
was
just
just
throw
gonna
their
say,
corpses
yeah,
into the boathouse.
Gather their corpses into a Walmart bag and bring them with us.
Do we want one to investigate it?
How are we going to get it somewhere?
We'll just carry it like a drunk buddy.
Is the fire out so we can even get to the boathouse? Is there enough dock structure left to get over
Well, I don't
there?
even care if we get it in the boat. Just get it in the water so they're not in the yard.
Yeah, the dock is collapsing. You feel very little confidence that you'd be able to make your way to the boathouse, which itself is collapsing.
How heavy do they feel?
They're very light, and they were light when they jumped on Honey Badger, and they're even lighter now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just pick them up and throw in the water and get back to the Grease Lightning.
It does strike you that taking one for investigation purposes and forensic purposes seems like a good idea.
I'm not okay. Who made
let's do that.
the Greasemobile invisible?
Me.
Yeah.
Invisibilize one of these fuckers, and we'll throw the other ones in the water. Yes, that's a word.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
I don't
Invisibilize.
really want to do that right now because it's vulgar.
Oh shit!
I would have to spend a lot of mana I don't have or risk.
And there's people watching us.
Are they? Well,
Well, they're
it's
blind too.
dark-ish. They don't know what's going on.
I think
They
we
don't
can
really
get it
know.
to
It's
the
not like
Grease
just follow it in
Mobile.
the yard.
Let's get it to the Grease Mobile
Yeah,
and
it's-
let's get out of here.
It's pretty
Okay,
dark.
that's fine. Yeah, I'm all right. Let's throw the Let's take parts of the one that got blown up by the lightning. We'll take that with us, and I'd say throw the other two full ones in the water.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're going to take what,
Yeah.
like the torso and
Yeah, we don't need their arms and legs.
Yeah.
Well, I want an arm.
But whatever. Just take what you want of that one because it's in parts, so easier to move.
Yeah, it's even lighter. It's so light.
Right. And then we'll chuck the other ones in the water,
Okay. All right. So
and then we'll let Drewby stay here and deal with the whatever because he seems to have a plan.
Drew, did you want to stick around and trespass when the
No.
police arrive, or yeah? Okay.
If there's even a remote thought that we can get out of here before the police arrive, we should do that.
Let's go.
It's
Yes.
only been a couple minutes that all this fire and fighting has been going on.
Yeah, so I believe as soon as we start moving the Grease Mobile, is it going to become visible?
Yes.
Yeah, so we are going to be the conspicuous vehicle the moment we start driving away from this. So we
Well,
need
gonna be a ways
yeah,
from
no,
here.
yeah. So note that the recall,
Camper's parked
yeah,
way far away from
it
here.
is. Recall
it's
that
not
you
nearby.
parked it, and then you passed through some homes, and then down a street, and then through some more homes, and
Oh,
arrived
yeah,
here.
that's right.
So
Okay, yeah, we're not like in the driveway of this house.
you're in good shape. So you're gonna
Okay.
take a torso, and you're gonna throw all the rest of the burning parts into the water.
And an arm. I want an arm.
So a torso and an arm. Okay.
Yep.
And then you're going to try to move stealthily down the street with your creature parts and try to avoid any police. Why don't you each, just for the hell of it, give me let's see here. What's a good stealth roll? I mean, there's literally a stealth skill. So, how about
Please not that.
Now, there's two ways to be stealthy here. One is to sneak around behind cars and avoid headlights and stay still when you need to stay still. And another is just to walk, on a
Carry a
different
clipboard and act like
on a different street, or act like you belong. Yeah. So, but you do each need to figure out how you're getting back to the Grease Mobile unnoticed, because you're traveling in a group, or you're going to split up, or what.
I have a question. Have I heard a dog barking at all through any of this? Is there
Yes.
a dog in
Yes,
a yard
there are.
nearby?
Yes, there are several dogs barking now that the lightning has struck in particular.
Okay. They don't seem particularly loud and annoying. I have an idea. I'm just trying to think. I want Stu to go and make a noise somewhere so that there's a big ruckus somewhere else, and then I can just run away.
I want to do one thing before I leave this area too.
Okay. All right.
I'm-
So, what do you want to do?
Yeah. Okay. I still want to knock on the door of the people who own the dock.
All right. Let's start with Stu. What can a familiar do for making a noise and causing a racket? Are you trying to stir up more dogs or what? What's your
Yeah,
goal?
just somewhere like a couple houses down or something to make it seem like there's maybe something happened there next, so that
You could just tell Stu,
Attention.
hey, go down the next several houses, and if there's a dog, traumatize it.
yeah, okay.
And, Stu,
Tell me guys what you can do with that poor dog.
Stu will know how to make a dog bark.
Okay. Stu, go down a few houses and make a ruckus with a dog.
Get all the dogs barking.
Yes.
You want me? You want I should stick a finger up their ass, boss?
If you cannot do that, it'd be better. Because I feel bad for the dog. I don't mind if you do it to people. Dogs don't understand.
Oh, all right. Well, I know what you. I know. I get it. No problem. And he takes off.
Please do not violate a dog.
He takes off.
You're a weird dude, you know that?
He was winking and he looked sly. He's acting like he understands what you mean.
All right.
All right. So over the next several minutes, yes, more dogs begin to bark, and there's a general cacophony because, as you know, dogs cause other dogs to bark, and eventually every dog within a square mile radius is freaking its ass out.
So I was going to walk the other way.
Okay, so he went east, so you're going to walk west.
Right.
Which is farther away from the Greasemobile, but you'll find
I'll
other
get there.
other roads and yards to pass through. So Drew, your plan was to knock on a door.
Yeah, of the people who live there.
The people who own the boathouse,
Yep.
Ron's ex-girlfriend's parents.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Knock, 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 and you get an answer almost immediately. Do you knock on the front door or the back door?
The front door, so I'm closer to getting the hell out of here.
The front door, so you're less suspicious in a world where everything in the backyard is burning.
Yep.
Okay. Good call. So you knock on the
Sell
front
them
door.
fire insurance.
You knock on the front door, and you get an answer pretty rapidly. People are awake and alert and waiting for the police to show up. Hello?
Hi. Did Ron stop in here before all that stuff happened out back?
You know Ron?
Well, he brought us in to help shoot this little video he was trying to make, but things went a little sideways and we lost sight of him. He was in a boat with a camera, and I don't know where he went. So I just, I don't know. I don't have his number. He hired us off a flyer on the campus.
He was filming a video in our boathouse?
Yeah, it seemed a little shady, but I did not expect that kind of stuff to happen. Do you know how we could get a hold of Ron? Ron seems to be the one who's knows what's going on here.
Ron's got his ass evicted. Ron's not going to be back.
Well,
I can give
he
you
owes us
Ron's
some
number.
money.
You've got Ron's number, or you need Ron's number. I've got Ron's number. I can give you Ron's number.
I need Ron's number because he owes us some money, and I'm looking like he owes you some money too.
All
His
right.
special
Well,
effects were terrible.
do you mind just staying here for a minute? The police are going to be here, and I'd love for you to explain to them what the hell it was you guys were doing out there.
I wouldn't mind that, except one of our guys, he got, you see, I'm not feeling so hot either. A couple of us got to go to the hospital, but I tell you what, we'll, tell him find Ron. He was out in the boat. We saw him out there.
All right, why don't you give me a manipulation plus persuasion roll?
Well, I have con jobs as a specialty under subterfuge.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Then roll roll manipulation plus subterfuge plus 1 for the specialty. Plus 2 for the fact that you're covered with soot.
So I get 8. I'm just gonna roll that.
I didn't think something was going to be a bonus.
Well, it adds credence to the general harriedness of his, All right, 2 successes. That's enough. All right. Well, listen, you guys get to the hospital. If we see Ron, we'll send him along your way. His number is 111-111-1111.
Perfect.
I
That might
think
be a fake number.
No, I swear to
hey.
God.
Thanks
Oh,
a lot.
okay.
I appreciate that, and I don't know. Ron ain't a balanced person.
No, Ron ain't. And if we ever get this boathouse rebuilt, it will be used for our boats. That little
Smart.
retarded fucker.
All right.
Wow.
He can take his katana and shove it up his...
Yeah, I thought that was weird too. All right, I gotta get to the hospital. We'll see you later.
All right. So, as you leave the
pretty
front,
awesome.
as you leave the front porch, you hear some sirens in the distance. It sounds like an approaching fire engine and maybe a police car. All right. So you've split up here, but you all know where the Greasemobile is, so you all make your way back. Would everyone please give me a wits plus composure roll?
Do you think I'd have that number memorized by now?
Hey, you should probably just memorize that.
Wow,
All right, let's see
3.
here. 2, 3, 1, 2.
Super composed.
Okay, so nobody walks right into the Greasemobile. Great. Well, you've made it back to Grease Lightning, or the Greasemobile, or the Rolling Hallow Sanctum, or whatever you choose to call it. And
A grease reference involved.
I think we should. If we get inside, will it still be invisible?
it will be until
Before
you
we
move it.
start it?
Yes, yes.
Maybe we should like sit inside for a little bit and let.
And heal up.
Yeah, you hear
Yeah.
you hear a lot of sirens in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Get in the van.
Like 1 or 2 streets over.
Get to the chopper.
They're not
Yeah, we
on this
want-
cul-de-sac, but you know they're in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get in and just kind of hang out. Because I
Alright.
do think this camper driving around this neighborhood is going to draw suspicion no matter
Yeah.
when. And they will want to talk to us if they see us.
Well, you get in just in time. Somebody gets home from work and drives past the Greasemobile and up a driveway, right past you. And if you'd been getting into an invisible camper at that point, he might have been suspicious.
Maybe.
Who wants to cast a healing spell? Who needs healing?
Wait. Before you heal me,
I'll do it.
somebody punch me in the face.
I shouldn't do it. I will probably miss.
Who's got the most strength?
I've got 3 strength.
It's
gonna be
important.
brawl.
Hey,
Brawl, though.
it's
What's-
important. I just need 1 bashing. More than that, we got problems.
Well, for me, it's going to be a chance die, I think. So.
I'll hit you, I guess. What do
Alright.
I have to do to hit somebody?
Well, he's not moving, so let's do strength plus. It should be brawl, but you don't have brawl, so we'll do strength plus athletics to just aim your fist and
Okay.
drive it into his face.
Here we go.
I got 1 point in brawl if you miss.
Ah. Oh dear.
Oh, no!
Was I just murdered?
Okay, so first of all, fill your last square with a bashing wound.
Okay.
Then convert both of your bashing wounds to lethal wounds.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, let me find exactly what happens when all of your wound boxes are full.
I turn into a mage.
Ta-da! Shit, where is it? The fighting stuff. States of being and health and so forth.
I couldn't find it, so this is kind of a flyer.
Yeah, I've got it here somewhere. It's in the World of Darkness book. Dang it. It's in the combat section. Well, I believe you're going to need to roll to remain conscious, first of all. I just need to make sure. I know I wrote this down somewhere, so let me find it. Sorry, give me a sec. Where to find things? Printing. Taking damage and falling unconscious is in WAD, page 171. Well, it's bold and daring. Okay, incapacitation. Anytime all of a character's health boxes are marked, regardless of damage suffered, reflexive stamina roll is made each turn for him to remain conscious. Okay, so roll stamina. So however many stamina dots you have, roll that many dice. Really?
Yay, I'm unconscious.
You are super unconscious.
That's good though, right? Because then you
That's
go into
what
the
I
thing.
wanted.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it worked.
You fall unconscious. And some time passes. And you wake up standing upright in an elevator.
What?
Ooh.
Oh.
And we should leave it there. Unless you want to continue right now. It's getting late.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Getting
God
pretty
damn
late.
it, Norland.
Okay, Drew, don't punch the elevator next time.
I'm not rolling chance dice, that's for damn sure.
All right. Good night, YouTube.
That is
Bye, YouTube.